Hello, hello. It is Gabe from Frame. We are on part 4, I believe, of our tutorial series from Zero to Hero in Frame, helping you set up your own amazing corner of the metaverse. I have been setting up an office for the Frame team. Quick review of what we went over last time. We went over bringing in a web screenshot, which takes a screenshot of a website and brings it in for people to view. Grabbed a screenshot of the learn.framevr.io page. And we talked about links, putting in links on text assets. You can also put links on images or 3D models, but I brought in 2 text assets and put links on them. One of them is an embed link, which opens up in a little window down at the bottom left, so people can look at some web content without leaving the frame. And then the other one is a web link that opens up in a new tab on the browser. Okay, very good stuff though. And now we are going to get into adding a little bit of spice to your frame, a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of fire. And the way we're going to do that is with a few things. Because right now the frame looks great, but it's relatively static, right? Of course, when people are in here, people have their own dynamism and movement, and that's great. But the assets look a little bit still. And that's something that we can change so that when people come in here, they see a little bit of movement, they see a little bit of life. Okay, let's start with getting some things to spin. So this is a simple little effect that you can do, but I use it a lot just to add a little bit of spice to the frame. First, I'm going to bring in an image. I'm gonna bring in, actually just gonna bring in another frame logo. Okay, here it is. Brought it in from my inventory, which we learned about, I think, in episode 2 of the series. I'm going to scale it up, but then I'm going to turn on edit mode, right, with the little pencil or the U hotkey, edit mode on. I'm going to click on the image, and you'll see one of the options here is spin. And you click it, and the logo will just start spinning automatically, which is great. And then you can customize the axis that it spins on. If I want it to spin the other way, you can do that too, and you can customize the speed that it spins. I kind of like this slow roll situation. Excuse me, I thought I had to sneeze, but I'm all good. Okay, so simple little effect, but you can apply this to 3D models, you can apply this to text assets, and you can apply it to images as well, which is pretty cool. Simple way to just bring some stuff to life. Now, it's a little bit of a goofy example. I'm going to tweak this a little bit later, but just wanted to get us started with spinning. Okay, now maybe what you want is not a permanent spin, but you just want the asset to always be facing the user. Okay, so let's say that, as the user moves around, you just always want this frame logo to be facing them. Well, we can do that too with a nice little trick. Go ahead and turn on edit mode, and then click on always face camera, and then turn off edit mode. Now, to see this actually in effect, you do need to refresh the frame, okay? But it's not too bad. Just give it a refresh, and then voila, you will see this image actually, it's always looking at me, right? As I move around, and that's pretty cool. Okay. So again, these little touches can just add a little bit of life to the frame. The spin, making something always face the camera. But let's go a little bit further. So you can also bring in animated 3D models, which is very cool. Like, for example, I've got one in my inventory ready to rock of an astronaut. So I bring in the astronaut, I turn on edit mode. Sometimes the animation just plays automatically. This one has a few animations, so I go into edit mode, I click on it, and I've got a few options of the animations that are baked onto the model that I can choose to play. I clicked one, and you can see now the astronaut is doing a little walk animation, which is pretty cool, adds a little bit of life to things, and it's fun, playful. But I want to show you how you can find your own 3D models to bring into the space. So go ahead and go to add to this frame, or add to inventory if you want this model to be in your inventory. But I'm just going to go to add to this frame. I'm going to do add 3D model, and I'm going to browse Sketchfab, which is a library of 3D assets. And one of the filters in Sketchfab, you can check animated. And that means that it'll only return animated models. And I'm gonna search for animal. Not a super exciting search, but I'm going for animal. I see lots of good results. I'm gonna go for the no, not an alpaca. I'm taking my time here. I'm gonna find exactly what I want. We'll go with let's try out the goose. Okay, so it's got to log in. You do need to have a Sketchfab account to use our Sketchfab widget. It's free. I encourage you to sign up. Go for it. So I logged in. Now I'm going to click import and then add. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. If it's a larger model, this can take some time. This one's pretty small. Oh, here is the goose. Amazing. You see the animation just started playing automatically, a little walk. And I see it's got, just one animation on it. But there you have it. That's how to find your own animated models that you can bring into Frame. Well, not your own, they're Sketchfabs, but you can find them and bring them right in. Okay, so we've gone over how to make an asset spin. Turn on edit mode, click on it, and click on that spin toggle. We've gone over always face camera, which you can turn on to make an asset always face you, which you have to refresh to see. And we've talked about bringing in animated 3D models. All of these things are things that can add a little bit of life to your frame. Next time, we'll look at more things like effects and things like that. But already, hopefully you can add a few things to your frame that give it a little bit of liveliness. All right, good luck.